thank everybody so much for being here. I was a little bit worried about the rain and how many people are we going to have. And this is such a heartening show of support to have everybody here. And we've had big crowds down on the peninsula, Silicon Valley, all over California. And this is what we need to do for the next 3 months. And I want to give a special shout out to another elected official who is here, the Bay Area's #1 helpmate, Mayor Tom Bates from Berkeley. He is our senator's husband, and what I can say is that when you come home at the end of a week in Sacramento, you really need a friendly face and a good friend to come back to. And now, being termed out, I think about the many Monday mornings when I was driving to Sacramento, and I would always go up 80 and go across that old iron bridge that was built as a Works Progress Administration project, showing that yes, government can do some really good things that last a really long time. And driving straight towards our beautiful Capitol building, every Monday morning I would be filled with hope and filled with excitement, thinking about the things that I could do, about increasing our state's minimum wage, about fighting for the environment, about fighting back against chemical companies, fighting the insurers to cover Californians. And we got many of those things done. But as I would get ready to go over to the building every Monday in my little apartment across from the Senate side of the Capitol, I'd see the hordes of gray-suited lobbyists moving towards the building in tremendous numbers. And literally, when you are a progressive legislator or you're trying to create new laws in California, you can have lobbyists that are 6 or 7 or 20 on 1 against your bill. And I know that all of the legislators here have had times when they've had a bill, what's called on call, on the floor or in a committee, where they're trying desperately to get the last few votes that they need. And it's sort of like holding a paper cup with a hole in the bottom and just watching all of your votes trickle out as lobbyists pull people off the floor or off the committee dais one by one and change their minds. And on the assembly floor, the lobbyists send in their business cards with things written on them like, I and 6 other lobbyists from the petroleum industry would beg that we can talk to you for 10 seconds. Now, I don't know what anybody here thinks that they could say about public policy in 10 seconds. But I know what the lobbyists say. They say, I'm going to be with you or I'm going to be against you in the future. And every legislator knows what that means. So our way out of this situation and our way to have a small camel's nose under the tent, a little crack of sunlight that we can widen, is to have this experiment for 2 election cycles for the Secretary of State's office. There's no more important office that we could have it for in California. Because if there's one office that we should guarantee is a watchdog for the people and not a lapdog for the money corporations, it's the Secretary of State's office. So I know that everyone here are activists. You wouldn't be here on a Sunday afternoon if you weren't. And so anything that you can do in these next very short months, just 3 months as Lonnie mentioned, really less than 3 months until the absentee ballots go out, would be very, very helpful. And I promise that if you do all that you can, we're going to be doing all that we can to get this ballot measure through and to see a better future for California, where we're free to be able to act in the interest of the public and not just in the interest of the lobbyists and corporations. So thank you so much for being here.